All right, here we are for our last round. We've won the die roll. We will choose to play first, and this is a fine hand. It's a little. This hand's actually a little bit rough. We are a little bit low on mana. Have 3 of our expensive cards in our hand. I think it might be worth mulliganing this. We do have a Temple and a Brain Maggot, so we have a chance to dig a little bit. So it's possibly reasonable to keep this. It's a little speculative though. I think I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. I think that this hand is it needs enough to go right in order for it to actually be effective that it's probably better off mulliganing. These are all going to be relatively hard to cast. We'd have to draw land in a row basically, and even then we don't really have a ton going on. We have a Brain Maggot and then maybe a Downfall to interact with our opponent, and then if Doomwake isn't good, our hand's not very good at all. So I think we want to mulligan this. This is a much better hand. This is certainly a keeper. So here we can open with Overgrown Tomb and then probably play Brain Maggot in turn 2, depending on what our opponent's deck seems to be. Maybe we're actually playing against a deck that is not Black Devotion for once. Actually, all of my matches recently and videos have been against Black Devotion. It's pretty ridiculous. I certainly would love to play against Esper here. My opponent took a long time. My opponent's match took a while, so I think there's a reasonable chance that he might actually be Esper, which would be sweet because that's kind of what we want to be testing. Esper blue-white. Though, I mean, it's a tough matchup, so we'd be not really looking forward to it as far. Nope, there's a Swamp. There's a Thoughtseize. Are you kidding me? This is really insane. Tra la la. Well, and it apparently seems to be another slow opponent too. Maybe he's replying to my chat. No, he took my Abrupt Decay. Okay. Well, I want to Brain Maggot him here. If he has like a Pack Rat or something, I want to be able to take that so we doesn't get out of hand. Maybe this is not Black Devotion. He said, luckily a little something different. We'll find out right now with Brain Maggot. Maybe he's an aggressive black deck, and that's why he wanted to take Abrupt Decay. Alright, sweet. So I think I actually want to take Bile Blight here. If I take Bile Blight, well, I think actually I want to take Thoughtseize. It's weird because if I take I think I want to take Bile Blight because I want to be able to just block these. And if he Thoughtseizes me, I actually have a number of good cards. If I take Bile Blight, it protects my Brain Maggot and allows it to actually block. And then when it actually blocks, he gets back Bile Blight, which isn't very good against me. So I think I want to take Bile Blight and let him Thoughtseize me, or play a Spiteful Returned. Maybe that's wrong though, because he can potentially just bestow one of his Spiteful Returned eventually, and becomes a problem for me. All right. Well, we know he drew that Mutavault because that wasn't in his hand, so he's going to play a Spiteful Returned, or maybe not. Maybe he's just Thoughtseizing me. Now, the Doomwake Giant makes my hand a lot scarier for him because, alright, he took my Mana Bloom. I think that's a reasonable choice for him. And we need to just draw lands, or perhaps best card here would be Caryatid. Alright, that's actually another really good card to draw because it helps to dig us 2 lands. So anything that's not a land basically is going on the bottom here. That is definitely going on the bottom. We're going to attack him. I would love to draw Courser if I don't draw a land next turn. That would be great. Deathrite Shaman. Whoa, that's a weird one. All right. Give me a land. Land me. Land. Primeval Bounty, number 2. All right, we just set one of those at the bottom. Just drew another one. I did just put that in the bottom, right? Yeah, I put that in the bottom and drew the second one. Cool. So now he's going to have a 4th land, I'm sure. I think we already knew that he had a 4th. Oh, he has another Mutavault. Great. All right, well, we are in trouble now. That Spiteful returned. It's going to hit me for like 1,000 damage. Oh, Primeval Bounty. Now, I could have, if I had Brain Maggoted and taken his Thoughtseize, then he can play Spiteful Return. The next turn he gets to Bile-Blight. I mean, maybe that ends up being better for me though. Maybe taking the Bile-Blight was a mistake. It's possible that taking the Thoughtseize would have been correct. And then I just get to play the Mana Bloom. I don't know. I think I may have played that wrong. And land me. Courser of Crewfix me. Courser into land me. Not somehow the Primeval Bounty I put in the bottom of my deck going to the top. Yeah, this was probably a mistake. Given my hand, at least. No, we didn't want a come to play tapped land. That is not good. All right, well, we do want that. This may be too much damage for me, though. I may be dead now, just because I drew tap land. Because I drew tap land there, because he's going to be able to attack me with both of these. Just does like 1,000 damage to me. Yeah, he's going to activate Mutavault. Activate Mutavault. Hits me for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got a 3, 11. I got a 2. Yeah, I'm just dead. So taking that Bile-Blight may have just been a mistake. I was thinking what I was thinking was that he was going to play Spiteful Return. And I wanted to be able to protect it, but the way that it actually ended up playing out, because I didn't draw any land, he was able to just play it and bestow it before getting to anything. So I think I'm dead here, and I just take 10 damage. And I'm at 3 life. I'm just going to die to the next Spiteful Return attack, and I have a land on top. Yeah, I'm dead. Oops. So maybe a mistake there in terms of what I took. But sideboard-wise, I think it's pretty easy. Want to bring in these. I think Connections is pretty bad here. Can't afford the life loss. I just want to try and win a game with Doomwake Bounty or whatever. I think these are stronger cards. I think I probably actually want to play that second Mutavault, and I think I want to take out Brain Maggots because they're relatively weak, as we saw there. They can't block a lot of their stuff. They can block some of it, which I think having 2 in the deck is reasonable. But I think that the fourth Mutavault is, or the third Mutavault in this case. I used to have a 3 and then another one. The Mutavault gives me, makes it less likely that I'm actually going to stall on land. I am a little mana heavy, but we're playing as a deck that isn't as capable of dealing with my big threats, and being able to play them on time is much more important. That game, we ended up basically losing that game to a combination of things, but one of them was a huge factor was the fact that we had our 4th land coming to play tapped. So we're gonna go ahead and submit. very warm in here for some reason. But yeah, I think that if I brain maggoted and taken Thoughtseize, then he plays Spiteful Returned, then I play the Mana Bloom, and then he can Bible my guy and attack me for 3. Then I can play, if I draw another land, I guess. Yeah, it's probably incorrect on my part. So just walking back through it in my head. My theory was that, I want to be able to have a guy who can block, because he's going to play, one of those Spiteful Returns the next turn, but he ended up mapping it out such that I never had a good chance to block at all, and my my Brain Maggot didn't really do a ton. So I even, but though if I had left him with Bioblight and taken Thoughtseize, then I play, if I play the Eidolon, he can potentially just Thoughtseize it, and then I'm still kind of in a rough spot because once he actually also kills, if I did block, he gets the Thoughtseize back and can Thoughtseize away my Doomwake Giant. So maybe I don't know, maybe it didn't end up being as bad a decision as it kind of looks on the surface. All right, we're gonna play first. We're not gonna mulligan. This hand is pretty sweet. Play Temple of Abandon. I would love an Abrupt Decay. I'm just going to Abrupt Decay this guy now because I'm not going to waste any time. All right, Cackler. This is kind of interesting. I can Abrupt Decay this guy and play a Temple of Malady, which lets me play the tap land now. I can play Courser right now. Then if he has a removal spell, he kills Courser. I don't get anything out of it, and I don't gain any life, and he gets to hit me. Playing the Temple here means that I'm using a removal spell on a guy who I could theoretically be brick walling with Courser. It's very likely that his deck has more creatures that are more threatening than Cackler is here. So I think it's reasonable to actually just play the Courser. If he does use a removal spell, that's fine. Next turn I can still kill it. And I have a removal spell also waiting in the wings for something like Herald of Torment that could be a bigger problem. So I think I'm just going to play my Courser. What do we got on top? Though actually, I can't play Downfall next turn unless I draw an untapped Black Source, having not played Temple that turn. So, well, there's another Downfall that I can't play next turn. Yeah. All right, killed my guy. He's attacking me. I'll take the damage. We'll play Temple of Malady. And I'd like to keep that on top because I want to be able to play Doomwake Giant. So hopefully he'll try and bestow a Spiteful Return on here, and we get to Abrupt Decay that. Yep. We get to Abrupt Decay his guy, and now we get to Doomwake his Spiteful Return, which is basically the best possible from here. And we have Doomwake Giant in play, and double Downfall is back up. Thoughtseize. Alright, one Downfall gone. And a Thrill Kill. Okay. I'm not going to play my forest here because, one, if I draw a Courser, I want to be able to potentially gain life with that forest. Two, he has perfect information about my hand right now with the Hero's Downfall, and I'd rather him not just retain perfect information. I'm not killing this because if he plays something like a Desecration Demon, it's much more threatening, or even a Herald of Torment or something. Golgari Charm, that's pretty sweet. Now, I think I do want to play it. There is also the, if I do draw a Courser, I want to be able to potentially play a card off the top of my deck rather than necessarily one from my hand. So, also, yes, the fact that it's slightly less than perfect information now is nice. He just played that Mutable. Why is he activating it? What's going on? Oh, he's doing it haste. Okay. Tricky. So I kind of want to just downfall the Mutavault because the others I can potentially kill with Doomwake Giant. Though I also just have Doomwake Giant here, I could just downfall this guy now that this is reasonably threatening, and potentially just not attack him with Doomwake. I think I'm just going to do that. We'll just take this for keep the Golgari Charm. Golgari Charm can give me a way to... Alright, well, we definitely can attack now. Golgari Charm can give me a way to kill a possible Bestow guy who could be a problem. Can also regenerate my Doomwake Giant if he tries to kill it. This looks like a Bestow. And we will destroy target enchantment. And block. Ooh, perfect. Eidolon into something would be glorious. Ooh, Eidolon into Eidolon. That's not really so glorious because I can cast it, but it's still fairly glorious. So we're not dead to a Mogus Marauder, we're not dead to basically anything. He's at 2 life, so he's basically dead. Alright, well, he's definitely dead now. Alright. Victory is ours. So sideboard-wise, just going to stick with the same thing. I like the plan I have right here. Definitely want to try to contain his early guys and his Bestow, which Abrupt Decay and Golgari Charm are both great at, and just sort of win with the same plan. So we'll submit. So we didn't. It's pretty unfortunate the matchups we're running into here. Not because they're bad matchups or anything, but because it didn't really let us test what we really wanted to test, which was the effectiveness of Slaughter Games and Sire. It does let us test the the mana base here compared to other mana bases, and somewhat the effectiveness of Primeval Bounty and the main deck here against other stuff. Bounty has been good. It's not. It's really. It was really powerful in some of the games that we played. As to whether it's better than having Elspeth, not entirely clear. I do think that it offers a really powerful tool in a lot of these matchups that we're playing here. I've won a lot of games with Primeval Bounty that there's no way Elspeth would have won. So the effectiveness of that, I think, is certainly worth noting. I do want to try the bestow version, the version play a couple of Herald of Torments in my main deck, sideboard like Boon Satyr, and have be much more aggressive and have bestow and instant speed stuff, along with potentially maxing it 4 Mutavaults against Esper decks after sideboarding. You end up having a lot of powerful tools. All right, so sideboard wise, this is a good hand. We're not going to mulligan. We have acceleration, removal, and a Caryatid. Caryatid is basically our best card, so. And he starts with a Scarhide. We will start with a Temple. I think I want to put this in the bottom. It's relatively inefficient. And that said, it's weird because this is actually a really good removal spell. It's a removal spell. It's not a really good removal spell, but it's a removal spell, and it's entirely possible that these games come down to attrition. I think that this game is, because I have a Primeval Bounty in my hand, it's less likely that this game comes down to me running out of answers. I have Caryatid that can block stuff. I have 2 removal spells already, and I have Bounty. So I feel like I want to try and dig for stuff that is more efficient and build toward Bounty rather than keep that Hero's Downfall there. I basically have Downfall in my deck because there's nothing better to sideboard in, but it's pretty bad in this matchup overall, I think. Spiteful Returned. All right, we'd love a Golgari Charm. That's pretty good, though. You get to play our Caryatid. I wonder if Caryatid's better than... Caryatid is probably better than casting Abrupt Decay on this right now. It does prevent... Yeah, it prevents 2 damage blocking there. I'm taking 3 from this, and we have just more flexibility in a future turn. Bogus Marauder, okay. Well, Caryatid was certainly not great there now. We're taking the 6, 7, 8. All right. I think I'm going to play my Blood Crypt, untap, and play Caryatid. Because now I can play Bioblight or Abrupt Decay and block here. If he plays another Mogus Marauder, I have Bioblight, which is great. I feel like I need to be able to actually use a mana here to cast my spells. Is this another Mogus Marauder? Let's bestow. You're bestowing Spiteful Return on something. If you bestow Spiteful Return on something, that's actually pretty great for me because you have to Abrupt Decay it and then Bioblight the Spiteful Return away. So how does... No, this isn't going to work, unfortunately. Curse you. Playing out in the right one. So how do I want to do this? If I let him, if I kill it now, then he attacks and does 2 damage. So it's probably best for me to just kill it now. And I block 1, I take 2 damage. I go to 7 life. Let me draw Doomwake Giant. I wish you put it on Gnarled Scarhide, man. I wish you did. It would have been a lot better for me. Oh, what? What the hell? Oh, how did I... I just took 2 damage that I shouldn't have taken. That was potentially very relevant. Oh, Moto. Alright, well, I'm going to Mana Bloom for 1. Play Swamp. Say go. I should be at a higher life total here. Alright. That's really annoying, actually, because now I'm going to lose my Primeval Bounty, which was kind of my plan. Worth noting that Primeval Bounty would have been dramatically better as Elspeth in this situation, because I could have just played Elspeth, made 3 guys, rather than Bounty not really having game impact immediately and being too far behind for it to be able to be relevant. Maybe I just won't attack, won't block again. Won't accidentally click through blocking this time. Ooh. Well, it's actually kind of annoying that I have that Mana Bloom in play. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm dead to a Mogus Marauder now. And I'm not in good shape to, like, another Spiteful Returned, or even a Scarhide. Just hoping I don't block again. Alright, well, let's do this correctly this time. Bring this back. We should be at 7, because we should have blocked that time, so we actually shouldn't necessarily be dead to a Mogus Marauder at the moment. Alright, that was a good draw. That was also a good top card of our deck. We don't actually gain anything out of playing the Mana Bloom now. It actually costs us a mana, so... we should be at 8. So now you can't just test attack us, because we have a Courser in play and a Mutavault. Alright. So now we draw Eidolon, 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 whatever Delon. I think we're probably winning this game. Alright, we'll play our Mutavault. And play this fellow. Draw that. Play Mana Bloom for 1. Draw this. And we will say go. Thought sees me. All right, well, let's kill this guy. He actually is theoretically able to win this game at this point. If he has like a Herald of Torment on the Scarhide, I need to start racing him. So I need to Mana Bloom for 0. Well, Mana Bloom 2/0. Probably should have attacked with Courser last turn. Did I? Apparently it's gone. Okay. Alright, so we draw Caryatid. Alright, so we'll play Stomping Ground. We do not want to pay life. We will play Mana Bloom for 1. Draw this Bile Blight. And then let's get to it. Time to beat down. All right, well, he just conceded. So anyway, we played against 4 straight black decks. There's 3 Devotion decks and an aggro deck. And we went 3-1 overall. We lost to the white-black mid-range deck, and we're able to overcome the others. We didn't really get to see the Slaughter games in action, which is kind of the point of what I was hoping to do. But in any case, I think that the deck core is solid. I've played a lot with the sort of basic Constellation core of the deck, and I think the key is to figure out how to improve it in the poor matchups. And we see here, Black Devotion, it's not necessarily the sort of 100% format boogeyman that it was before Journey to Nyx. It's still a popular deck, but not winning every single tournament anymore. But this is a very strong deck against it. I think they do have tools that can be frustrating for you to play against, stuff like their Thought Seizers and Lifebane Zombies in particular. But you have a lot of tools that are great against them. And I think it's worth sort of exploring how you might be able to shore up the matchups that are troublesome with this deck. Specifically, Esper is where I think the toughest is, the blue-white control decks. And I think that Slaughter games may be the way to do it. If not, maybe it's the Bestow creatures. But overall, I've been having a lot of fun playing Constellation and think it is a deck certainly worth exploring on your own and trying to see what sort of different things you can do to it to make it work. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll be back to play some more another time. See ya.